How you doing? My name is Marquise Banks, and did you know that African Americans make up only 13% of the total United States population? Did you also know that in a 2016 report by the Center for Disease Centers that African Americans also make up 47% of all HIV and AIDS cases reported? My name is Marquise Banks, and today I'll be talking to you about healthcare centers and facilities in African American communities. Did you also know that in a 2012 report by the CDC on abortions, it showed that 54.4% of all abortions are done on black mothers? That's a whopping almost 150,000 cases a year. And that also out of that 150,000 cases, 37% of those were done on women, on African American women, aged 25 and under. Today I'll be talking to you about about three main importances of having healthcare centers in African American communities. Those things are health, finances, and a peace of mind. In the first topic of health, healthcare centers help in multiple ways. One, they provide adequate prescriptions for those who have the other diseases outside of STDs, such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Many of these prescriptions can cost up to $100 a month. That's a whopping almost $1,200 a month. As for someone like me who suffers from high blood pressure, I pay $2 a month for my prescription. I spend only $30 a year. So compared to $30 to $1,200, that's a lot of money. Healthcare centers allow people to come in, have cheaper medications because they aren't buying the name brand over the counter. They're buying the off-brand medication that still does the same effective medication, still does the same effective health treatments, but it just doesn't cost them as much. It also allows them to go in and talk to people who are of their same community, and they feel more comfortable opening up and talking about the issues that they've been plagued with. As far as finances, like I said, healthcare centers take away a huge financial burden. Like I said, going from somebody who pays $30 to someone who pays $1,200 is an astounding difference. And think about for those who have these reoccurring issues who have to pay every year, and for those who have multiple issues, say you suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, and you also have HIV and AIDS. Because HIV/AIDS does affect certain parts of your body that can cause certain outbreaks of high blood pressure because of the stress you're going through. And it also causes diabetes because of the lack of hormones your body creates due to the decrease of white blood cells that your body has. These multiple medications can cost well up to $100+ depending on who you go to and what they see best fits you, and depending on the dosage. So if you have multiple medications, you have to go over these for longer periods of time. That's more money you coming out of. Just imagine if you have to pay $1,200 for one medication a month for 1 year. You also have two other medications that you have to take for that same year. That's $3,600. Over a 10-year period, that's $36,000 that you be paying out of pocket because you don't have healthcare centers to help you cover these costs. That's a whole extra bill that you're now having to cover the cost of. And then it comes to the peace of mind portion where, do I pay for my medication, or do I go without eating? Or do I not pay my car note? Or do I not pay my mortgage? Or do my kids have to wear the same clothes from last year and get made fun of in school? These are certain issues that the African American community is plagued with, especially in low income areas where healthcare centers are prosperous and they do allow employment as well. That actually ties in all three. So not only are you getting health information, you're also getting employment opportunities, which help the finances, which also help the community grow. And also that peace of mind that knows I'm putting my money back into the same area that's putting their time and health and resources into me. So in conclusion, when you have a new president who wants to come in, like President Trump, who does want to come in and take those resources out of these communities, he's doing more than shutting down a smaller piece of the puzzle. He's killing a whole community, which in turn, the African American community has been killed enough since before we were brought into this new world through the slave trade, which in turn, the healthcare communities and facilities are an integral part of the African American community, especially in low income to middle income single parent neighborhoods, which the African American community has been plagued with for decades at this point. So, in turn, one of the main problems is that if you do get rid of healthcare facilities and healthcare coverage in African American communities, you will be tearing apart the foundation of what keeps these communities going. Thank you.